Hi there, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name's Gabriella. I make videos about astrology, self-care, lifestyle, mental health, life as a professional actor, life in LA, and anything else I feel like talking about. So if that sounds like your jam, then please hit subscribe and the little notification bell so you know when I post. Today we're going to continue my rising sign series with Leo rising. And as I always like to begin in these videos, the rising sign or the ascendant, it's the same thing. It was the sign that was coming over the eastern horizon when you were born. So it tells us about the first impressions you make to others and to the world, the way you present yourself, your physical appearance, often what things look good on you, and just your general outward shell to the world. So let's go get into Leo rising. I did my hair for the occasion. I'm giving you a little bit of a mane, but of course I'm wearing my white button down, so I'm giving you my Virgo rising take on Leo rising. So let's get into it. So we all know, or most of us know, that Leo is ruled by the sun. And the sun is the center of our solar system, okay? Sun, yeah, it's at the center. So Leos are known for being self-centered and putting themselves first, but how can you not? You know, when you're the sun and you warm everybody, we are just at the center. I'm a Leo sun, by the way. But you know, if we think of Leo energy in general, it is just warm and expansive and look at me, and it's big and bright and flashy, and it is the center of attention. It is the center of all action that's going on. It's very comfortable being that way. Individuality, expression, acknowledgement, and validation are all very important things, just like anyone with heavy Leo in their chart. Leo risings can be very, very expressive, or not can be, they usually are very expressive with the way that they present themselves to the world. First of all, Leo is associated with performers and entertainers. A lot of people who are in the entertainment industry have Leo influence in their charts. So it's almost like their whole life is a show. Their whole life is a stage. The world is a stage. You know, they're in costume, they're in full makeup. They love looking nice and having people admire them, having people notice them. So if a Leo rising is not taking care of themselves, not presenting them, or not able to present themselves the way they want to present themselves and express themselves through that, through costuming and being loud and proud about who they are, they lose that sense of connection with themselves. If there is a lack of creativity, they feel completely blocked. Leo rising are creative people. They are unique. They are entertainers. There are people who you notice when you walk in a room. They are bold. They make bold choices. They can be loud, or they can just have a quiet, powerful energy, but they are absolutely someone you notice when you walk in a room. They, whether or not are professional entertainers, they are entertainers as people. They're someone who the limelight and the spotlight naturally seem to follow. They do very well in social situations. They're someone who always seems to have a group around them, talking to them, asking them questions. They probably have a lot of people that admire them. They just have this kind of star quality that is very upfront. Rather than some Leos, you might not be able to pick them out of a crowd, but then you see them do their thing, like a Leo sun. You see them do their thing in their element, and you realize where that star quality comes from, because Leo energy is just star quality. Rising sign, it's a little more apparent. It's right there. It's like, woo, this person is just giving me everything. They have big dreams. They are big dreamers. They are achievers. It's very important for them that others see them as talented, as attractive, as hard workers, people who are dedicated to their dreams. You know, Leo energy can be kind of lazy and can be known for being lazy or wanting to lounge around all day like a house cat. But Leos are, when it comes to their passion, they are so driven, and they're often, like I said, very creative people, artist types, and they need their passion to be, you know, they need their life to be full of passion. They hate doing dull work, boring work where they feel like just a number. They need to feel individual. They need to feel like they're expressing themselves, like they are able to shine as they were meant to shine. Leo risings really like feedback, okay? So I would say verbal feedback is a big thing for them. Validation from others is very important. And I don't mean this in a bad way, because a lot of human beings, we like validation. It's an important part of being a social person, is understanding how other people perceive us. But Leo rising is hyper aware of that. Leo energy is very much almost, they're always posing, they're always kind of sucking in or pursing their lips, or always kind of fixing their hair, always hyper aware of how they look and how they're being perceived. And it might actually be a big issue if a Leo rising isn't liked by somebody. They want to come across as confident and brave and like, I don't give an F what you think about me. But that true energy of like, I don't care, is more like Aquarius kind of, or maybe even Aries. Leo cares, and Leo is sensitive, ego. Oh my gosh, very, you know, they have an ego that is easily bruised, and they live for the applause. They don't want any boos. It's like, the world is a stage, and please receive my work of art well, or else I'll be sad, you know? They can often have confidence issues, but they don't come across that way. A Leo rising will come across as expensive, as regal, as worldly, as confident, as kind of relaxed in their own body. So I don't think of like stern regal. I think of like Jonathan Rhys Meyers in The Tudors, like how he would just sit in his, I think he's a Leo. He would sit in his throne like this. He was of course playing a character, but he was just like, you know, come to me, worship me, and whoo, it's hot. I also was giving myself Jack Sparrow vibes there. But yeah, Jack Sparrow could possibly be a Leo rising. He loves to adorn himself. He's always in costume. But yes, but they can have confidence issues, but they will not come across that way. People will often ask them, how are you so confident? How can you pull everything off? That's another thing. They can really pull things off. They can almost wear anything, do anything with their hair or makeup and pull it off. They do have manes, beautiful, wonderful manes. I mean, why did I just do that to my own hair? Beautiful, they're so gorgeous. But you know, now that I have long hair, I had a pixie for a while, now that I have long hair, I'm really enjoying my mane. But Leo energy in general, it doesn't mean you have to have long hair or enjoy long hair on yourself, but Leo rising especially is going to feel really good when their hair is the way that they like it. It could be completely shaved on the side in a mohawk, it could be long down to their hips, it could be completely bald, you know, baby band, whatever. They have their thing that makes them feel good. And but oftentimes Leo energy will kind of use their mane as a security blanket, you know, and they get compliments on their hair, whatever style it is. They're gonna make a statement. They just naturally have great, thick, gorgeous manes of hair, and they get compliments on it all the time. And they can really pull off dramatic hairdos. I think of a friend of mine, Amy, and she was the singer of Carmen, and now she goes by Queen Herbie. But you know, when she was in Carmen, she would do the victory rolls, and now she does all different kinds of crazy hair things for her Queen Herbie project, and she just completely pulls them off like nothing. You know, it doesn't even look costumey on her. It looks natural. Some people, when they do crazy hair and crazy makeup, it's very like, they can be very costumey. For example, a Virgo rising, if you're piling on a ton of makeup and you're doing your hair in this crazy way with a ton of extensions, it's just like, oh, I just want to take all of this off of you and see who you really are. And a Leo rising is someone who can put a lot of that on. They can handle a lot of light and heavy makeup and crazy hair and bold clothes and lots of jewelry. They can take all of that, and their sort of bone structure, which tends to be quite feline, pops through, and you can still see who they are. They're not erased by all of the costuming. They can take it well. I think of Leo rising, they don't have, you know, and this is just from my personal experience, they don't have noses that protrude very much. If you think about lions, it's kind of, everything's kind of close to their face. So Leo rising, I find they've got high cheekbones, they've got small flat-ish noses, nice full lips, often full cheeks. They just look, if they're healthy, they look very healthy. They look, you know, glowy, like they've had some time in the sun. Their skin is soft. They don't tend to be very bony and aggressive looking. A lot of them have nice jawlines, but there's a lot of fullness to the face. And again, usually there's not a nose that would like protrude or have any really definitive like bump or anything like that. They have just an intense way about their eyes, and they can have quite low brows. They can tend to have athletic bodies. Leo rising, Leo rules, among other things, the back. And so Leo, I've talked about in other videos, like J-Lo is a Leo rising. We'll talk about that in a second, but she looks amazing in a low back dress. And just like, as a Leo, I love exposing my back. It's my favorite part to show off, you know, when I'm choosing a body part to show off. It's hard to find low back things, but you know, if you do, it's a wonderful thing for Leos. And Leo rising, Leo energy tends to give a nice firm buttocks, quite strong legs. But yeah, they can be very, very strong people, especially women. It gives a masculine energy. It is a fixed sign, so it gives this athleticism and fire and sort of a tougher energy. Even though they've got like beautiful features, they're strong. They tend to be strong, sturdier people, but everything is larger than life and dramatic. So often Leo men are very strong. They're very into taking care of their body and appearing muscular. Leo women want to be seen as really curvy. They'll wear things that really show off their bodies. They're very much into showing off what the Lord gave them, or the Lord didn't give them, but they got later in their life, if you know what I mean. That's all right, okay? They just want to show what they've got. It's like everything is an audition. Let me show you what I have to offer. You're gonna like it, okay? They're just totally showy, fabulous people. They look fantastic in gold and warmer colors, lots of gold jewelry. You know, if their hair is of a warmer tint or they dye it to be that way, it's very flattering. Leo rising is kind of a sun god, sun goddess type of vibe. So you're gonna understand when I give a list of all these people, I mean, they are just larger than life, some of the most beautiful people ever to exist. So bow down to Leo rising, because it's a good placement. But yeah, as far as style and adornment goes, there is no need to be minimal. Bigger is better, more is more. You know, makeup, jewelry, I've already said it, but things with feathers and sequins and metal and anything costumey, anything flashy, they're gonna totally pull off. So as far as celebrities that are a rising sign, I always like to mention them because it gives real world examples. So let's go through my list and you guys are gonna see how powerful, how bomb the Leo rising placement is. Y'all, I'm like envious. Selena Gomez. The girl's beautiful, okay? The girl's beautiful. The girl has incredible hair. She kind of looks like a cat. Look at her like little teeny sort of flat nose, and she just sort of looks like a cute little kitty cat, okay? And she's got a golden glow about her. She's got really like cute squishy cheeks and full lips, and she is very, very, very beautiful. And she looks good when she's all glammed up. She looks bomb. Heidi Klum, another golden goddess, just gold tones, golden honey hair. She does that Halloween costume that Halloween party every year where she does a ridiculous costume, like incredible effects, makeup. It's such a Leo thing. Of course, most of us Leo people, we love Halloween. We love Halloween. So that's very Leo rising of her. She also sort of looks feline to me. She has a very athletic, strong, toned body. She looks wonderful in gold tone clothes. J-Lo is the Leo rising queen to me. J-Lo is the epitome of Leo rising and what every Leo energy person just aspires to be, honestly, because the woman is, I think she's a Leo with a Leo rising. Yep, she's a Leo with a Leo rising. We don't need to talk about her booty, it's giant. She looks amazing in metallic things. She always is wearing skin tight clothing. She totally looks like a cat to me as well. She has that sort of flat nose and those eyes that are like intense. Gorgeous. Okay. Another, like really, this is just a list of the most lovely, beautiful people on the planet. Another Leo rising. Beyonce. Yep, golden goddess, everybody's queen. They also have a queenly, Leo rising has a queenly vibe. You kind of want to like respect them. You know what I mean? They can be quite intimidating. That's something I didn't mention. They can really be quite intimidating to people. Even if they're not famous, they carry this air of like, that's somebody. Should I know who that is? Like they're powerful or something. Kate Moss, oh my gosh, totally looks like a cat to me, first of all. And then amazing messy hair. She can just totally pull it off. Gorgeous. Celine Dion, oh, costumes, always larger than life, always glam. To this day, she is an icon. She looks like a cat to me too. Maybe everybody just looks like a cat to me, but she kind of moves like a cat when she's on stage. If anybody has seen the Celine Dion live shows, she like prowls around and does this, and she's just a showwoman, whatever, showman. We can just call her that. She is just, I mean, and she's like my favorite singer of all time and an incredible performer. Larger than life, stunning woman. Glenn Close, power. I look at Glenn Close and I'm like, that's power. She's like Miranda Priestley to me like all the time. Not mean, but she has that vibe of like, respect me. She doesn't even have to say it. It's like, look, respect me. Marilyn Monroe. Oh my goodness. Timeless goddess. Timeless inspiration to every woman who loves glamour and Hollywood and the entertainment. And I mean, she's just the queen of Hollywood. Frida Kahlo. Stunning, iconic, her own style. Definitely someone who people would have stared at, noticed. Artistic person, obviously. She took many lovers. She loved talking about sex and love and things like that. That's another big Leo rising thing. Leo is quite a sexual sign, quite a passionate physical sign. And so they might be people who kind of have several partners, or they're always involved in a love affair. Taylor Swift. Like I just said, several partners, always involved in a love affair. She totally looks like a cat to me, not only because she was just in Cats, but she totally has a cat-like appearance. She has those cat eyes. She looks wonderful in metallics as well. And she has that hair. Remember, I mean, sometimes she wears it pretty sleek now, but remember when she was first coming out, her hair was literally like this. Just out. It was amazing. She has incredible hair. Go Taylor. Okay, I've got just a few guys. Robert Downey Jr. Powerful. Even if he weren't famous, something about him comes across like he's got money, he's got power. He has this, it's a different vibe. With Leo women, it's like, you know, rising women. Look at me, I'm flashy, I'm the center of attention. Leo rising men, they're not always flashy, but they look expensive. It's almost like they're prowling. They kind of have a huntery sort of predator vibe in an animal way, not in a creepy person way. And it's almost like there's something under the surface that's primal with them. You're like, you're dangerous, but you like really, like they kind of have an arrogant, I've always said this about Robert Downey Jr. because I've always had a big crush on him ever since, when did it start? I mean, I think way back in the day, I guess I just saw the first Iron Man or something, or one of the movies he was in, and he just was so arrogant, and I loved it. Like, as a young girl even, I always had crushes on guys that came across as arrogant, and like they were, you know, they were somebody, because I'm a Leo, so I like that energy. I'm like, you better not be insecure, because it's gonna make me not attracted to you. So he has that. Also, oh my gosh, now I know why Jack Sparrow was giving me Leo rising vibes, because guess who's a Leo rising, baby? Jonathan Depp. Okay, besides all of the other stuff about Johnny Depp, the man is stunning. The man has fabulous hair. The man could pull off, you know, all of the trappings of all the different movies he's in. He even sort of was kind of attractive in Willy Wonka, which is, you know, a lot considering his costume. But he looks the same. He looks a little cocky. He looks, but relaxed. Same with Robert Downey Jr. Relaxed in his gorgeousness. It's just like, come to my throne and worship me. Look, you know, he loves wearing a ton of jewelry and eye makeup. He's a little bit, not really androgynous, I would say, but he's performative. He's kind of spectacular in that sense. And he's, to me as well, same thing with Robert Downey Jr., has that primal thing. There's something going on underneath the surface that's like, you're dangerous, but I like it, you know, but that vibe, he's got it going on. Jessica Alba, another golden goddess. She literally looks like the sun is beaming from underneath her skin. Same with Blake Lively. Oh my goodness, Blake Lively has those cat eyes, looks amazing with big, golden, beautiful locks, looks really great in warm tones, and is another one that you just stare at. You just notice her. She's very striking, and she loves when it's so interesting when she does red carpets, she really goes full out. She doesn't really, I feel like in her day-to-day, she sort of has a classic style maybe, but when she does red carpets with her husband, I mean, she is like costumed out. Like, she is a look head to toe. She could be a character in an opera, you know? She just, they go all out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Leo rising video. I will see you in my next video. All my social media is linked below if you want to keep up with me outside of YouTube, and I'll talk to you soon. Mwah! Bye guys.